Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remember humble self MC Bernardino coming here. For those of you that are new on this channel, this is Canada Immigration with MC Bernardino, where I try as much as possible to give you news as far as migrating to Canada, the latest news, update, everything. I bring it to you free of charge. Alright, that sounds good, right? So alright, today I have a very scintillating, very interesting topic for you. Yes, are you out there outside Canada thinking of coming into Canada on a study permit, but your major stumbling block is the tuition fee? I can actually feel your pain, because I remember a few years back when I came into Canada, I had to pay through my nose. I had support from my family to pay through the tuition fee, the proof of funds. I can actually empathize with you because I know what you're going through. But you know what? Today, I've made some compilation all just for you, because I have to meet your yearnings, your questions, your demands. So there are some list of schools that offer scholarships for international students. So that's what I'll be dwelling on today. So you want to hang on tight, stay tuned, get your chair, call your friends, call your neighbor, call everybody, sit on tight, because I'll be telling you some of these institutions that offer scholarship for international students. So you want to as well as just hold on tight and hang on while I tell you. Don't forget our think about this segment, where I always drop it. It eats you hard, you think about it and you act on it. Yes, let me quickly run through the disclaimer like I always do. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a consultant, I'm just doing this out of my own volition. Nobody's paying me to do this, nobody's sponsoring me. I'm just giving you information because I know the importance of information, right? I know it needs to be given and gotten as at when due. So that's why I'm doing this. So let me tell you this, don't just base your immigration decision on just this channel alone. I'm just here to guide you, to support you, to answer some of your questions. So you want to do your own additional research, I'm just here to guide. So hang on tight while I dissect scholarship for international students.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Alright, so the first on my list will be Vania Canada Graduate Scholarship. So are you out there as an international student? You want to come into Canada for your doctorate studies, but you can't afford it because of the tuition fee. This is actually for you. So Vania Canada Graduate Scholarship is actually geared towards doctorate studies only. So it's not for MSc, it's not for undergraduate, just doctorate. So it is valued at 50,000 Canadian dollars. So basically it's open for Canadian, it's open for permanent residents, it's also open for foreign students, international. So as an international student, you can actually tap into this Vania Canada Graduate Studies. So it is based on 3 criteria. 1, academic excellence, you need to be top notch. 2, research potential. So you need to have good research potential in order to be qualified for it. And lastly, you need to show leadership traits in order for you to be qualified for it. So it's open for international students as well as local students too. So what are the eligibility criteria that can actually make you eligible for it? 1, you have to be you can be Canadian citizen, you can be a permanent resident residing in Canada. Lastly, you can also be a foreign citizen. So you don't necessarily have to be Canadian in order for you to be qualified for the Vania Canada Graduate Scholarship. So it's open for everybody. As far as you have that doctorate studies and you have this potential, the 3 potential that I listed earlier, you can actually tap into that. Don't forget I said it is valued at 50,000 Canadian dollars. So you might also want to apply for this scholarship as far as doctorate study in Canada is concerned. How do you go about it? In this video, I'll be linking the website where you can actually go into, do your own additional research, see how you can apply for it, and you might want to thank me later. It is very important to do that, because as an international student, you don't have to break the bank, you don't have to go keep looking for money just because you want to do actually out there, you want to take your master's program, you want to take your PhD, and you're actually being discouraged because of the tuition fee. Another institution that I want to recommend for you will be University of Waterloo. It's one of the highly rated universities in Canada, and they also offer scholarship for international students, because they actually know what it takes for international students to pay through their nose just to come into Canada. So that's why they offer some of this scholarship. So the scholarship I want to tell you about today is the International Masters and Doctorate Students Award at the University of Waterloo. So it's in 2 parts. One is for master's studies and the other one is for doctorate studies. So what is it valued at? It is valued at $2,045 per term. If you're doing your master's, if it's a 2 years master's, it's valued at $2,045 per term. So that means that every term they will give you that amount in addition to what you have to pay to with your tuition fee. So I'm not saying that the $2,045 is your tuition fee, but what they do is if you're qualified for this scholarship, they add that to your tuition fee. So they help you to reduce the rate that you have to pay for your tuition fee. And if you're doing your doctorate studies at the University of Waterloo, what they give you per time is 4,090 Canadian dollars to help you to liquidate your tuition fee. That sounds good because you can actually get that for free, but it's just that if you qualify for that. So University of Waterloo International Masters and Doctorate Scholarship is something you want to look into. So in order for you to be eligible for that, there are some criteria you need to fulfill. One, as an international student, you need to have your study permit. So some of you might want to ask me this question: oh, can I get a scholarship from wherever I am outside Canada? You can't. First thing is first is you need to choose. You must have chosen the school, University of Waterloo, as a school you want to come and study for your master's or your PhD. And also, you must have gotten your visa from Canada Immigration from wherever you're applying for. Then when you come into the school with your qualification and your grades, then you can apply for this. So you can apply just from outside. It's only when you have your study permit, you are in the school, then you can apply for it. So that actually answers some questions that I might be getting in that aspect. So it's actually one aspect that I want you to look at as an international student, because they can help you when they give you this scholarship. It can help you reduce the cost that you have to incur in order for you to get your master's, to get your PhD done. So apart from this International Masters and Doctorate Student Award for MSc and PhD, there are also several awards that are rendered, that are offered by Waterloo University of Waterloo. So you might want to go into their website, which I will be linking in this video, do your own additional research, get your own more information. If you have any question, I'm here to help you. Drop it in the comment section. I'll try as much as possible to revert back to you. So University of Waterloo Scholarship is something you want to look into, especially if you want to go in for your master's or your PhD. All right, so are you thinking of coming into Ontario to come and study? So if Ontario is your place of destination as far as studying is concerned, Ontario Graduate Scholarship is something you want to look into. So this is a merit-based scholarship. It's a provincial scholarship that is run by the Ontario government. It's geared towards master's and doctorate studies. So if you want to come into Canada for your master's, for your graduate for your doctorate study, you might want to look into this scholarship. It is open for both local students and also international students. All you need is you need to have your valid study permit. Don't forget, like I told you earlier on, you need to have your study permit. That means that you must have applied to any school in any of the universities in Ontario. You must have your study permit, pass through the immigration process from back home where you're coming from, have your valid study permit. Then you can apply for that in the school in Ontario, because you're studying in Ontario. So it's valued at 15,000 per year. So that's actually huge, 15,000 Canadian dollars per year. So whatever your tuition fee is, if you're qualified for that, every year you get minimum of 15,000, maximum rather of 15,000 Canadian dollars towards your tuition fee. And another thing again you want to know is that the minimum duration the scholarship may be held for is 2 consecutive terms. That means that you can actually apply this year and the next year, 2 years in a row. You can't hold it more than 2 years. And also, you can also be as an international student. Don't forget I told you that as an international student you qualify. All you need is a valid study permit showing that you want to study in any of the universities in Ontario and you're qualified for it. So what are the criteria that they actually look out for? They look out for, number one, academic excellence. That means you need to show academic excellence in your previous study, from your transcript that you must have submitted during your application process. They need to see that academic wise you're sound. Another thing again is that they need to see research ability and potential in your program study. So whatever program you want to study, they want to see the ability to perform the research. You have everything you need and you can actually do that in order for them to sponsor you to qualify for the scholarship. Last thing is communication and leadership ability, right? So they want to make sure that you have that leadership potential in order for you to be qualified for this scholarship. So these are the 3 main criteria that they actually look out for, that they use to assess and to use to evaluate people that apply for this Ontario graduate scholarship. So as an international student, you might also want to apply for that because it can actually save you some amount of money, 15,000 Canadian dollars per year. That's no joke. So you might want to look into that. So in this video, like I always say, I'll be linking the website to this scholarship. You can actually look into that, apply for that through any of the universities in Ontario, and you'll be glad. Alberta for your study permit, for your study in Canada. University of Calgary in Alberta also offers scholarship for international students, so you might want to look into that. But something I need to let you know is that it is not automatic like some universities, right? So that means that you have to apply for it. So you're not automatically enrolled into it as an international student. So you have to apply for the University of Alberta Graduate Study Scholarship. You have to apply for it. So how do you apply for it? In this video, I'll be linking the website from where you can apply for it. And if you're qualified, because it is merit-based, right? So if you apply for it, if you can convince them on why you need a tuition fee, they will grant it to you. What is the value of this scholarship? It ranges from 1,000 to 40,000 Canadian dollars. So there's no particular amount they can give you. It depends on what's available and what you qualify for. It ranges from 1,000 to 40,000 Canadian dollars. That is whooping so much. So it covers for masters and for PhD. As an international student, you can apply for that because it can actually help you reduce the amount you have to pay for tuition fee, reduce the rate of time you have to call back home for them to send money to you. So you might want to look into that. So like I said earlier on, as an international student, you are qualified for it. I will be linking the website where you can get additional information for that, information on how to apply for the University of Calgary Graduate Scholarship. And you'll be glad. Are you a citizen of a developing nation like Nigeria, like India, like Somalia, and lots more? University of British Columbia is a place to be. So there's this award in University of British Columbia that it's called the Graduate Global Leadership Fellowship Award. It is actually geared towards developing nations. So if you are there, you want to study doctorate degree. So this is only for doctorate degree, right? You want to study for your doctorate studies, for your doctorate degree, you can apply for this award, Graduate Global Leadership Fellowship Award. So what are the eligibility criteria? So one, you must hold a valid study permit to study in Canada in order for you to apply for it. You must be a citizen of a developing nation. So the list, I'll give it to you in this website. I'll be linking to the website where you can get a list of those countries that are classified as developing nations, so know whether you are qualified for it. And also, you must have shown outstanding leadership in humanitarian and developing work in your home country. So part of what you're going to apply, what you're going to show in your application process is that you want to show that you have leadership qualities. So examples of leadership qualities that you have, leadership traits, what you have done in the past. Example, you want to put it in your application while you're applying for this award. So what is the value of this award? This award is valued at $18,200 per year or for the next 4 years. So that is actually whooping. $18,200 yearly for the next 4 years. That is what this award is valued at. Don't forget I said it is only for doctorate degree. So MSc undergraduate, you might not look into this award. So it's actually great. It's something that you want to consider because it can actually help you reduce the amount you have to pay yearly for your postgraduate doctorate. We actually enjoy all the list of institutions that I've been giving you so far that offer scholarship as far as studying in Canada is concerned. Don't forget, I understand you're yearning because I've been in your shoe before, right? And I know wow, you have to look for as huge as 15,000, minimum of 15,000 Canadian dollars, up to 40,000 Canadian dollars, just because you want to study for your undergraduate, for your MSc, for your PhD in Canada. So that's why I decided to compile this list. So if you feel you enjoyed this video, why not give it the thumbs up button, share this video with your friends, with your loved ones. If you have any question, anything you're not clear about, it's allowed. Drop it in the comment section below. Follow me on my YouTube, on this YouTube page, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my Facebook. Drop your question, drop your content. I will revert back to you as soon as possible. If you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Don't be left out. This community that we're building is just to educate everybody, so don't be left out. Subscribe to this channel below and hit the notification button so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. So the list of the schools that I'm giving you is not conclusive, right? So it's wide range, different schools, right? So you might want to do your own additional research. So in addition to the schools that I've given you so far, here are some other institutions here in Canada that offer scholarship both at the undergraduate level, master's level, and PhD level. So you might want to consider Carleton University Award for international students. So they offer scholarship for international students. You also want to consider the Old University Scholarship. So as an international student, you might want to look into that too. So Fairleigh Dickinson Scholarship for international students is something you want to look into too. McGill University Scholarship and and student aid is something you might also want to look into as an international student. Next is University of Saskatchewan International Student Award. So this award is actually geared towards international students coming into Saskatchewan to come and study. So I will be linking the website where you can actually get additional information, how you can apply, what's the deadline, what are the criteria in order for you to apply for this scholarship. Simon Fraser University Financial Aid and Awards is also there for you to look into if you want to come into Canada to study. So next on my list again is Western University International Admission Scholarship. So these scholarships that I'm giving you are geared towards international students. I know it is not all schools that offer award for international students. Some of them are basically for domestic students, permanent resident, or citizen. But I'm actually I'm digging out for international scholarship so that people that are outside Canada, my viewers that are outside Canada, they are not opportune to be in Canada, to be a permanent resident, to be a citizen, can also seek scholarship in some of these institutions. So University of Waterloo, I already told you about. University of Ottawa, University of British Columbia, I already told you about that. So these are some of the universities that offer scholarship for international students. So just like I told you earlier on, I'll be linking the website where you can get more information about this institution. Also, take time to do your own additional research. If you feel you are not convinced, you have any questions, drop your comment in the comment section below. You can also go further to ask the school. They have their own email, they have their phone number. Send them email, give them a call. If you have any clarification that you need, give it to them. They will answer you as soon as they can. So these are the lists. They are not conclusive. Don't forget I told you that you can do your own additional research. So we are now in the Think About This segment. So on the Think About This segment, that's the segment where we always give you a quote. You ponder on the quote, you think about it, and you act on it, and it also will always work for you. So on the Think About This segment today, I have a quote from you from Chantal Michel, and he said, "Study abroad is the single most effective way of changing the way we view the world." So how does that apply to you? Wherever you're coming from as an international student, studying abroad like in Canada, at the end of the day, what you gain is not just the educational knowledge only, but you also get a diverse view of the world, right? You get to see the world from another perspective. So don't let your dream die. If you want to apply, come into Canada to study, don't give up on your hope. Don't give up on your thinking, your ability. Go for it, because at the end of the day, you are not just getting the degree, you are not just getting the master's, your PhD alone. You are also seeing the world from another perspective. All right, it's been real. I've been keeping it real with you. If you feel you have any question, drop it in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel. I will be coming back to you guys with another scintillating, with another educative and informative episode on Canada immigration with Bernard. Stay out of crime, be real. One and only MC Bernardino. Bye.